Bette Midler on 2 People's Choice nominations. Bet CBS Wednesday.
Hey, is it left yet?
Hey, Jen, have you seen my keys?
Yeah, they're down here on the table, Dad. Do you want me to bring them up to you?
That's all right. I'll be down in a minute.
Come back in 10 minutes. You should be gone by then.
No problem. I parked the car on the street just in case.
Okay, well, just don't let him see.
Right.
No. You were still on probation from your last offense. Go.
Who's at the door?
No one. I was just getting the paper. I know how you need your cup of coffee and sports section in the morning.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I gotta skip both because I am really running late.
You ready to go?
Didn't I tell you? I don't need you to drive me in today. Brian's giving me a ride.
Tell him to keep his eyes on the road.
Okay, Dad. Bye.
What is up with your dad? You look pretty grim.
Oh, it's been like that for a couple of days now. He's like he's a gazillion miles away or something. But you know what? My family's the least of your worries. You have the bracelet?
I'm kidding. I haven't let this baby out of my sight, and I'm not going to plan on doing it until your mother's jeweler friend makes me an offer I cannot refuse. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. How can I thank you?
You can't. Unless you get down on your hands and knees and start kissing my feet. You know, there aren't too many girlfriends who would help their boyfriend out after she caught him kissing some other girl.
All right, should I start with the left foot or the right foot?
We can discuss it later. Mr. Spangler would be here any second.
Well, he better be, because if Isaac gets to Java before I can replace that cash, it's not going to take him long to figure out who did it. And then I will really need you to help me out and bail me out of jail, Jen.
I'm sorry. For a minute, I thought this was my club.
You know, didn't your mama teach you not to sneak up on people?
Didn't your mama teach you not to break into other people's places of business?
And what would you have done? What, called cops?
I would have. It's a good thing for you I could recognize your lovely figure, even from behind.
Well, you know, Isaac, if you don't want folks breaking into your place of business, you shouldn't be giving out the key.
Okay. What are you doing up so early, though? I mean, I know I'd still be in bed if I didn't have to make this bank run.
It's just that I got a lot of things to do with my new dance school opening, and check this out. Banner for my new school. Everybody's gonna know who we are. What do you think? Yeah?
It's fine. Just make sure this thing is down when your Donnie and Marie wannabes have left, okay?
Gee, Isaac, you really know how to make a new business partner feel welcome.
Give me a break. It's been a long week. It's early.
You want to talk about it?
Not particularly.
Does it have anything to do with the reason Jack Snyder was hanging out here the other day?
You just teach the time step. Let me worry about the club.
I can't teach in a place where the owner treats me like a bad case of flu.
Where are you going?
I'm going to find someone who's willing to give me a dance floor and a little bit of respect.
Well, this is adorable. Absolutely adorable.
You're holding it upside down.
Oh, really? How can you tell?
I wish that we could find out if it was a boy or a girl, but the doctor said it's too soon to tell you. And so
Darling, I can't even tell whether it's a baby.
Jack will be able to tell.
You mean you haven't shown this to him yet?
No, I wanted to surprise him. I wrote him a little note and everything.
That's a little note. It looks more like a novel to me.
Well, I just wanted him to know how much this has changed my life.
Morning, ladies.
Oh, good morning.
How are you?
Good. Well, how can I get one of those?
No, it's easy. I'm a pushover for beautiful women. Come here. You know what? I should probably make it home for dinner, all right?
Jack, you're going to work?
Oh, I'd stick around for breakfast, but I'm already running late.
But, Jack, today is the appointment for the second sonogram. You were supposed to take the morning off so that we could go together. You didn't forget, did you?
No, but, I guess I forgot to tell you that I wouldn't be able to make it.
Jack.
Julia, I'm sorry. This case that I'm on, it's really coming to a head right now.
Don't tell me. Craig Montgomery.
I really can't discuss it right now.
Look, I really think I must leave. I've got 1,000,001 things to do.
No,
So,
you know what? Lisa, you don't have to go, but I do. We'll talk about this later, all right?
Jack, you're doing it again.
I'm doing what?
You're running away when we need you. The baby and I. This is just like when Carly came by.
Julia, come on. I'm doing my job.
You keep saying that, but I can't help feeling like you're avoiding me.
Would you excuse us just for a second?
Jack, of course, all the time you need.
Hey, thank you. If I could, I would take a month off so I could spend all of my time focused on our baby and our future. But this case is really important, Julia.
I know, but every time I need you, it seems like this case needs you more. I want to know how much longer I'm going to have to compete.
Hal and I are so close to nailing this guy, and when we do, I'll have plenty of time for us, okay? All three of us.
Really?
Really, well, look, when Montgomery gets what's coming to him, then you'll have your G-Man back, I promise.
My what?
Well, I meant I won't be playing cop 24/7, that's all.
But my G-Man, I never called you that.
Well, it just popped into my head. Forget about it. It's not important. Look, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Bye, Lisa.
So long, Jack. Oh, sweetheart, Jack has so much on his mind. I doubt that he even noticed that.
He's got a lot on his mind, all right.
Well, yeah, with Craig Montgomery in town, I think everybody's focus has been on him, for good or for worse.
Craig doesn't worry me.
Well, then what does?
As long as Jack is investigating Craig Montgomery, he's going to keep coming into contact with Carly.
Honey, how many times have I had to tell you this? Look, Jack loves you. He married you because he loves you so.
I know that. But as long as Carly is in his life, she gets to him. And Carly is going to be in his life until this case is closed.
Yeah, well, if we just knew when it was going to be over, I think you'd feel so much better, just knowing the end was in sight.
I wonder if Isaac knows something.
Isaac?
Yeah, Carly came over here the other night, and she was full of lies. She said that she saw Jack's car parked at the Java Underground. She wanted me to believe that he was there drinking in order to avoid coming home to me.
Yeah, well, did you talk to Jack about that?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, and he admitted that he was there. But he said that he was talking to Isaac about something.
Oh, Julia, if you're going to go see Isaac, I'm going to come with you because Isaac and I, we get along like a house of fire. Darling, I'll go with you to the doctor afterwards.
It's sweet of you. It's really sweet of you. But I think that I should face Isaac alone.
Well, now, what about your appointment with the doctor?
Well, I'll reschedule. This is way too important.
No, Julia, nothing is more important than your baby.
That is exactly what I'm trying to say. I want, when our baby learns how to say Daddy, I want there to be someone there to answer.
Both these guys woke up with a cold this morning, but not to worry. There are two very special Tylenol cold formulas for adults and for children. Each with the proven trusted relief to feel better fast.
Can we get sick again tomorrow, Dad?
Tylenol Cold. Take comfort in our strength.
The they say the cream always rises to the top. We have to agree. That's why Ready Whip is the only leading whipped topping made from real cream. Ready Whip, the real whipped cream.
At the People's Choice Awards, your vote counts. Join all your favorite stars for a night that's as live as it gets. I want to thank the people. Will Ray, Julia, or Tom take home the ultimate prize?
Thank you very, very much.
Kevin James hosts the People's Choice, Sunday, January 7th.
Before you go, I have one thing to say. I'm sorry. I'm behind you teaching dance here 1,000%. So whatever you have to do, hang your banner, bake your cookies, whatever it takes to make those kids feel comfortable and at home, I support it. Aren't you gonna say anything?
I'm waiting for the punchline.
I'm serious. And not just about making those kids happy. I want you to be happy too.
Well, you got a funny way of showing it.
I admit some things have been going wrong this last week, and that's no reason to take it out on you. So I'm sorry.
Right. But I forgive you.
Thank you.
You sure you don't want to talk about it? It might make that load a little lighter.
Nothing really to talk about. You know, my business partner's acting a little crazy, but I can handle him.
Yeah, I know you. You can't handle most people, but I tell you, I was a little surprised at the way things were getting a little tense between you and Jack.
Yeah. I mean, if it's not my partner dropping ultimatums, it seems the cops are breaking in my door lately. They want me to be on their side. And then my partner's roommate or girlfriend or whatever, she wants me on her side, too. Not to mention my partner's son, who I'm beginning to suspect was planted here to watch me. I tell you, all these people are watching me, and they don't know. I will go crazy. I will snap.
Doctor, heal thyself.
Baby, you got the wrong brother, because I'm not a doctor.
No, I know exactly who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the man who gave me a whole bunch of advice about not letting people push me around. So maybe it's time to take a taste of your own medicine.
Meaning what?
Meaning stop whining and complaining about how you're being treated and do something about it.
Thank you so much for coming on such short notice, Mr. Spangler.
Right.
I really appreciate it.
No, your mother's a loyal customer. If I can help you in any way, I'm glad to do it.
Oh, we're not asking you to do us a favor here. This is a business deal. One that could be very profitable for both of us, Mr. Spangler.
And you are?
Bryant Montgomery. He's a friend. And we have something to show you. We need your expert opinion on a piece of jewelry.
The bracelet has come into my possession. It's a very valuable piece.
And we were wondering if you might be able to tell us exactly how much it's worth.
And if you're interested, we might be willing to sell it to you for the right offer.
How thoughtful. Tell me, how did two young people come upon such a priceless piece?
I bought it.
From a friend.
I figured if we could turn a profit on it, we could use the cash to take a trip. Spring break. Right, Jed?
To Cozumel.
Ah, Cozumel. It's lovely in the spring. So let's see this bauble.
Here it is. Pretty impressive, huh?
Are you serious about selling this?
Throw me some numbers. Throw me some numbers.
Why not?
You gotta be kidding. That's 20.
20 bucks. And frankly, that's more than this pawn shop reject is worth.
Jack, this is Isaac. I don't like leaving this on your machine, but I'll keep it simple. I can't help you anymore. In fact, don't even come around Java Underground anymore.
Great. Just great. Fantastic. Hey, where you been? I've been trying to get a hold of you all night.
And since when am I accountable to you, or is the chain of command switched since I left the office yesterday?
I got some news, that's all. I figured you'd want to be the first to hear it.
Yeah, well, I had some stuff that I had to deal with.
Personal?
Stuff.
Hell, I'm talking to you as a friend here. I know there's been some tension at your place because of Montgomery.
Some tension? Well, it's gone well past the point of some tension.
Well,
Jack.
what's going on? Can you say?
Yeah, I could, but it wouldn't make any difference. The only thing that'll change anything is getting something on Montgomery and getting it fast, and I don't care if it's microchips or chocolate chips.
Then today is your lucky day, my friend, because I saw the microchips with my very own eyes.
You're kidding me, where?
Montgomery's got them hidden in a safe at Java Underground.
How'd you get in?
Isaac let me in.
If Isaac Jenkins knew those microchips were obtained illegally and he had them in his possession, he's as deep in this as Montgomery is.
That's just the thing. The chips were hidden in earrings, the same earrings that Carly wore to the Halloween party. Now, Isaac, he just assumed that he was guarding some kind of pricey jewelry. He had no idea that the microchips ever existed. That was until I told him what happened at the party.
All right, so we know where Montgomery's got these things stashed, but we can't arrest him just for having microchips in his possession in the Java Underground safe. Not until we can prove there's something shady going on.
And we got to be careful not to tip our hands again. You know, find out that the chips in the safe are phonies or that Montgomery moved them at the last minute.
So we wait! Again, we wait for him to make his next move and pray we're there when he makes his
Look, Isaac and I talked about this. We both decided that we got to come up with a way to get into Craig's head.
Well, what about Jenkins? He's been a good man to have on the inside.
Yeah, he was. But he just informed me that he's out of the informant business. He didn't exactly say why.
Well, I'm not surprised. He's a good man to have on the inside when it suits him, but he'll cover his own butt first and worry about you later.
And I have been racking my brain trying to come up with another way to get the inside scoop on what Montgomery's game plan is going to be, but to no avail.
That's funny, Jack, because I can think of something or someone right away.
No, pal, I'm not going that route.
And why not, Jack? Why not? Unless you can think of something else.
No, wait, well, we're going to have to think of something else because there's no way that Carly is going to be even an option.
Even if she's our best way to get to Montgomery?
You want the truth? I'd rather turn in my badge than work with Carly again.
He's aching, burning up, chilled to the...
$20. Do you think I'm an idiot?
I came here as a favor to you, as Barbara Ryan's daughter. I owe this man nothing, and if this is his attitude, nothing is exactly what he's going to get.
Mr. Spangler, wait, please.
For what?
An apology, right, Bryant?
Yeah, right.
See, we were under the impression that this bracelet was worth a little bit more than $20.
A lot more.
How much did you pay for it?
Over $1,000 cash.
And how did you arrive at that price?
The people that owned it before, they told me it was priceless.
Priceless, indeed. How many times have I heard that line?
What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know who these people were, but they had to have known that the stones in this bracelet are glass. Pieces of colored glass glued to a bracelet that might as well...
Well, deal's off, all right? I want another opinion.
Well, you can get an expert opinion in Cozumel. They'll tell you the same thing. You've been conned, amigo, big time.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, you were standing there telling me all the reasons that you should work with Carly, and now you're telling me you'd rather quit the force than deal with it.
Well, Hal, this is one of those rare occasions where you get to say, I told you so. You were right. I was wrong.
And what was I right about this time?
Carly's out to break up my marriage. She doesn't give a damn about bringing Montgomery down. She just wants to drive Julia and me apart.
Did she?
What kind of question is that?
You gonna answer it?
Let's just say she gave it the old Carly try, but it didn't work. And luckily I was able to smooth things over with Julia before it got out of hand.
Well, there you go, Jack. You proved Carly can't hurt you.
I don't feel like proving it every single day of my life. Especially not since Julia's feeling vulnerable and insecure.
Because of Carly.
Because she's pregnant. Carly doesn't make matters any easier. That's why I told Julia that she's got nothing to worry about, that I'd stay away from Carly, and I intend on keeping that promise.
Well, promise is a promise.
But you're not happy about that, are you? Which is really strange considering you were the one trying to talk me out of this in the first place. What changed?
Montgomery crossed the line. He took something that was business and he made it personal. So all the rules go out the window, Jack.
Personal. There's that personal word again. You still don't feel like clarifying.
You want clarification? Montgomery's taken a hammer to my marriage, and apparently he's not going to quit until he drives the last nail into the coffin.
Hal, I'm sorry.
I wasn't looking for pity. You asked for clarification.
I know. I also know that you and Barbara haven't exactly seen eye to eye when it comes to this guy, but I had no idea that it had gone this far.
Well, now you do. And now you can see, well, I will do anything to get Barbara to see what kind of a guy Montgomery really is. And if Carly is our best hope, I say that we use her, Jack.
Use her? Use her how?
I say we go all the way. I say we use a wire.
Hell, it's way too dangerous for Carly to get that close to Craig.
It's tried and true, and you know Carly can pull it off,
That
Jack.
doesn't matter.
Is that what worries you? Or is it too dangerous for you to get that close to Carly?
Let me talk to Isaac just one more time.
You said he wanted out of it.
Yeah, but if I can get him to tell me why he backed out, I may be able to get him to reconsider.
Well, if I know Isaac Jenkins, it is not going to be that easy to get that man to change his mind.
Well, Isaac may not give in all that easily, but guess what? Neither do I.
Where are you going?
Java Underground. And I'm not coming up for air until Isaac's back on our team.
And if you can't?
Oh, I will. Because the only other alternative is Carly. And I promised myself, Hal, I swore that I would never ask that woman for anything ever again.
Stop letting people run your life. Stand on your own 2 feet. Stand proud. That's what you used to say to me.
I didn't say those things.
Oh, wait. You are kidding me. You were practically yelling it at me. But the message was, you got to take charge of your own life in your own way. Because you weren't born to ride shotgun while somebody else does the driving.
You quote me again?
Well, those words were dead on when you used them on me, and they should be good enough for you, too, Isaac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. What can I help you with?
I need a favor.
I got a lot of work to do. Excuse me.
Look, I want to ask you a question, and I would like for you to be honest with me. I know that Jack has been coming here lately. A lot. And I need to know if it's because he's working on a case or if he's trying to avoid coming home.
Cream Savers from Lifesavers.
Songs for Kids, Department 3, Richmond, Virginia, 23280.
No kid can...
First witnesses to a murder aren't human.
Beatles.
Wait till you see. We're looking in on babies and grown-ups.
At Blackburn and Green, we're not afraid to be compared to other lawyers. In fact, we welcome it. Just visit our website at blackburngreen.com or call for a free consultation.
Do you have presents that need wrapped? Bring them to Glenbrook Square now through December 24th and let SCAN volunteers wrap them for you. Money raised from this event benefits SCAN. Stop child abuse and neglect.
Karen Hetzel, weeknights on News Channel 15.
You don't play Mrs. Claus, you play Mr. Santa. This year I was Mrs. Claus. Pay attention to my question.
Judge Judy.
Weekdays at 4 on News Channel 15.
Tonight at 5, the working woes of the people who have to be outside in this kind of weather. Plus, free holiday cab rides and Madonna's wedding. It's all at 5.
Happy holidays from all of us at CBS.
I just don't get how you can say this was a con. The lady that lost the bracelet was sick over it. She looked around the entire club and before she gave up and left.
Well, now, the lady and her companion, had you seen them before?
I will not look into my purse. I'm not an idiot. The bracelet is not there.
Mother, sometimes...
Don't say it. My beautiful bracelet is gone. Stolen.
No, never.
You can bet one of them had seen you. At least once, when you were identified as a potential mark.
There's no way I would have remembered if I'd seen either of those people before.
Not if they were in another setting, acting inconspicuous.
I still think I would have remembered. After they identify the mark, what happens?
Well, the grifters use a third party whose job it is to get close to the victim, win his friendship, his trust. Then, once the mark's confidence is won, they wait for the right time, create a seemingly unrelated incident, such as an argument. You did say the couple argued?
About the bracelet.
Well, this nice young man asks us to leave.
I did wear it here, I tell you. I wouldn't leave it at the hotel. Their bracelet is worth thousands of dollars.
At some point during the argument, I presume one of them alluded to the enormous value of the bracelet.
Yeah, they did.
Why am I not surprised? Then the way the scam plays out is the bracelet turns up much later, unexpectedly, of course, and the supposedly disinterested third party who found it sells it to the mark for what appears to be a steal. But the only one who's been robbed is the mark. Sound familiar?
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Oh, don't take it too hard. They probably pulled this scam on bartenders all over the state, if that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
No, thanks. Sorry that we wasted your time.
No, I'm sorry I don't have better news. Say hello to your mother.
Oh, actually, I won't be telling her about this, and I hope you won't either.
I promise not to say a word.
Thank you.
Goodbye, then. And I hope you find some other way to get to Cozumel.
Oh, Bryant. I'm so sorry. And don't worry, I won't say I told you so.
You told me so about what, Jack?
Well, Ruby, of course. It was bad enough when I thought she wanted to sleep with you, but for her to steal from you...
Look, I can't think about Ruby right now. The only thing I can think about is getting my hands on that $1,500 in the next 5 minutes or I'm dead, Jen.
I don't want to put you in the middle of anything.
Then don't. If you have questions for Jack, you should ask him.
I can't. Not this time.
Why not?
Look, Jack doesn't like to talk about his cases, but the one he's on now, I'm afraid that it could end up hurting him, hurting us. So I need to find out what is going on before it's too late, before the damage is already done.
All I can do for you is tell you the same thing I told your husband the last time I saw him. I don't do the go-between thing anymore. It's just not my scene. I'm sorry.
All right. All right, I'll back off. Listen, could you do me a favor, though? Please don't tell Jack that I was here. I don't want him to think that I was checking up.
I won't say anything.
Hey, what do you guys think?
Looks good.
What is Rain Dancers?
It's a new dance school I'm starting with Rose D'Angelo.
Julia? What are you doing here?
If your pencils look like
It's a
mine...
family apart. It will take a holiday miracle to bring them together.
We're in the presence of an angel.
Touched by an Angel, CBS Sunday.
It's Police Chief Jack Mannion's mission to stop crime. Get down on the ground! But two separate murders could be part of something bigger.
Where'd you get that?
Now he'll take on the feds.
Nothing personal.
What a shame.
And his own men.
Mannion's not going to be around here very long.
To find justice.
You think crime is incurable? I refuse to accept that.
The District, CBS Saturday.
Well, Abigail says she has about a couple hundred in the bank. She was going to use it for Christmas presents, but you're welcome to it.
No, I can't do that to her. Besides, a couple $100 is not going to cut it. I need to replace all of the money or I'm done, Jen.
Yeah, that's what I told her, too.
Well, we need to come up with someone else to help us out.
Well, my parents are definitely not an option.
Obviously not. They hate me enough as it is.
Well, what about your father or your grandmother? $1,500 is spare change to them.
No, forget it. I'm not asking them for the money, Jen.
Okay, forget about your family. What about Isaac?
What? I'm gonna ask Isaac to borrow the $1,500 I stole from him?
No, maybe if you explain the situation. Oh, come on. It may be the only choice you have left.
Isaac is not an option. Plus, the way he's been lately, I wouldn't even want to tell him I forgot to empty the garbage, never mind the cash register. Look, once he checks those receipts... Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
The only reason I know I took the money is if he checks the cash register receipts.
And he will, won't he?
Well, eventually, but if I make him disappear, before he gets there, he won't know the difference.
How do you know he hasn't already checked them?
He hasn't.
And how do you know that?
At first, I was thinking he did it once a day. But he doesn't. Does it twice a week, and I just remembered he did it yesterday. I'm going to Java Underground.
Let me go with you. I won't be able to concentrate. I'll be so worried about you.
I will meet you right after school at our place.
The old mill?
Yes, and I will tell you everything that happened when I see you.
You better be there.
I will be there. And as soon as I'm in the clear, I promise I'll make this up to you. I promise.
You didn't mention coming here when I left this morning. What's up?
I called Julia. Told her to come down here and meet me and Denise.
About what?
Placing an ad in the Argus. You know, for Denise's new dance studio.
It's called the Rain Dancers.
And it's going to be opening up in about 2 weeks, and we were just trying to see if we could get an ad running.
What about your appointment, at the hospital?
I canceled it.
Why?
Well, I figured since the whole point was so that you could see the sonogram that I'd just reschedule. I mean, Daddy's busy.
Would you excuse us for a second, please? Honey, believe me, I wish I could have been there.
Hey, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it at all. I mean, I called the nurse and I said to her, my husband, the G-man, he has more important work to do today. She understood. I mean, everybody knows the G-man.
Okay, all right. It was a stupid thing to say. It doesn't have to be a big deal unless you make it one.
Fine. The subject is closed. Bye, Isaac. Denise, I'll call you about that.
Okay.
And, Jeff, I'll see you at home whenever you get there.
I need to be going too. I got a lot of things I got to do before we open. See you, Jack.
I'll walk you out. Don't go anywhere.
I won't.
I just wanted to say thanks
For what?
for the advice that you gave me, even though you stole it from me.
Yeah, well, Isaac, the news is giving that advice is a lot easier than taking it. But hey, I did it, and I'm sure you can.
We'll find out soon enough. I'll let you know how it goes.
You're gonna be fine. I got faith in you.
You must want to break your hand. That was one fine woman that just left here. Who, by the way, followed another fine woman.
Julie's the best. She deserves a hell of a lot better than what she's been getting from me lately.
I did detect a bit of tension.
So you can understand why I'm so obsessed with getting Montgomery behind bars.
But Montgomery is messing with your marriage?
No, this case is, Isaac. That's why I need your help.
Didn't you get my message?
I got it. But I'm not accepting it.
That's your problem.
No, you made it my problem when you agreed to help and went back on your word.
Which I did, and now I'm done.
No, you can't do that. You back out now, we lose Montgomery, and everything we've done thus far will have been for nothing.
You're a cop. You get paid for arresting bad guys. For me, it's volunteer work, and I'm getting out of the volunteer business.
Oh, come on, Isaac. We both want the same thing, don't we? Montgomery out of the picture so we can move on with our lives.
You solve your own problems. I'll deal with Montgomery my way.
No, I knew I shouldn't have trusted you.
Right, you shouldn't have trusted me. You know why? You go find yourself another snitch. I'm no fool. You think I want to do the dirty work when I have nothing to win, everything to lose? There's the door.
Well, there's still the little matter of the illegal contraband you have in your safe.
You want it? You can have it. I'll go get the microchips.
In exchange for what?
Your word. Once I give them to you, you keep my name out of this investigation for good.
So you'll just hand over the microchips just like that?
If it would get you out of my face, I'll gift wrap those things, put it under the Snyder Christmas tree.
You got yourself a deal.
I'll go get them.
I knew we should have got those damn things from him the first time. Where are they?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, I looked in the safe and they're not there.
You sure?
I know what an empty safe looks like.
How, Isaac? How could this happen?
I don't know. Let's figure it out. Montgomery is the only one who has the combination, so he must have come in sometime before I got here.
How do I know you're telling me the truth?
If you don't believe me, you check the safe yourself. Look, microchips aren't my thing. I don't have any buyers lined up. As a matter of fact, to me, those things are nothing but trouble. I'm almost glad they're gone.
They're not gone, Isaac. Montgomery has them, and I'm telling you, he's getting ready to unload them any time now. So, wait, this is our chance to nail him to the wall. That's why we gotta move fast.
You have to move fast. I've done my part.
What part? What part? You were supposed to hand me the microchips.
Which I would have done if the microchips were in the safe, but they're not. So it's you and Montgomery. Good luck.
No, you're the one who's gonna need the luck. Because he's gonna still be breathing down your neck, and when he gets too close, don't come looking to me for help.
By the time we reach 40, about 40%.
How am I supposed to concentrate? Dad?
Hey.
What are you doing home?
I'm grabbing lunch. What about you? I thought what's-his-face was driving you to school.
Bryant? He got, busy at the last moment. But don't worry, I don't have any morning classes, and it's nice out, so I can just ride my bike in.
Chicken. Well, that's fine. You can ride your bike. You know where your mom is?
She left before you did this morning to do last-minute Christmas shopping. You do know that, right, Dad?
Oh, yeah, I just spaced it. I forgot.
Yeah, well, it's amazing how the holidays seem to sneak up on you quicker every year. I mean, no matter how much you plan ahead, you always end up rushing around anyway.
You know me. I'm usually one of those guys out there at 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve.
Trust me, Dad, we all know.
But this year is going to be different. This year, when Christmas comes, I'm going to be ready. And I'm going to make the most of it. The mail come yet?
It's right over there. Actually, since you're here, Dad, maybe you can help me with this paper that I'm writing.
Well, as long as it's not about Beowulf, I'll give it a shot. I couldn't even get through the cliff notes on that one.
Actually, this is right up your alley. We're doing this law unit in my social studies class, and I have to compile a list of penalties for what you would call lesser crimes. And I can find tons of stuff on first-degree murder and kidnapping, but on this other stuff, I can't find anything in my book or on the internet or anywhere.
Well, run it by me. I'll try. Give it a shot. What?
Well, say an employee steals money from a business. You know, obviously no breaking and entering, just money gets lifted out of the till.
Well, how much are we talking about?
I don't know, 1,000, maybe 1,500?
Well, honey, it all depends on the circumstances.
Could you give me an estimate?
Ballpark, 2 to 5.
Years? In jail?
The last time I checked, they weren't sending your garden variety criminal to Disneyland. Is that all you need to know? Because I really got to make a phone call.
Yeah. Actually, I should probably get going to school. Bye, Dad. Years? Bryant, you cannot get caught. You can't.
Montgomery's still gonna be breathing down your neck, and when he gets too close, don't come looking for me to help.
I'll do it without anybody's help. Makes victory that much sweeter anyway. That better be some kind of mistake. Either I just made the same mistake twice, or I'm short $1,500.
Julia? Jack Snyder.
It's me. Where are you?
Home.
Any luck with Jenkins?
No.
I told you he wouldn't help.
Actually, he was going to hand over the microchips right there.
What happened?
They were gone. Montgomery must have taken them.
Damn! What next? Any ideas?
Well, whatever they are, they're not going to include Jenkins. He's out for good. Let's talk about this at the station, okay?
You can put off discussing the inevitable, Jack, but you know what this means, don't you? There's only one person who can help us nail Montgomery now.
Do me a favor. Don't mention her name to me again, okay? I gotta go.
When'd you get here?
Just a few minutes ago.
Do you have a few minutes?
Sure. Julia, I know you probably want to finish what we were talking about before.
Shh. It's not important. It's not important. Nothing's important except the three of us.
Mom? Dad? I know it looks like I don't listen.